come as a shock to some people. Well, you know, you kind of think, why would they be that? Why could that happen to them? That sort of stuff. But Catherine, Princess of Wales, was hiding something of a secret as she entered the Royal Albert Hall for the Remembrance service this weekend. As ever, let me explain. Hi, nice to see you. You all right today? Yeah, it's not bad, thank you. Look at this, isn't it just, it's a divine picture. Not me, I know that. It's just a divine picture of nature, isn't it? Don't you think? Just all those like, beautiful colours and things. Just makes you think nature's forever changing, isn't it? And we're always trying to stem the thing of aging. The thing about nature, have you noticed this, is that they renew themselves and come back the way that they looked the previous year. Whereas when we look in the mirror, you kind of think, well, what happened? Went to bed looking all right, suddenly getting up looking like Bela Lugosi's ghost. It's just frightening. You know, you think, how did that work, you know? Let's get back. Sorry, I'm just giggling to myself here. Of course, the Princess of Wales wouldn't mind, got a good sense of humour. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was back, of course, doing royal duty as only she can, looking resplendent at the festival service of remembrance and, of course, at the Sunday remembrance service too. And a lot of people were pointing out the fact that, of course, Catherine and William were very tactile and, touching each other, putting arms around. I like that. I don't know about you. I think it's very nice. It just shows that they're a caring, sharing couple. And let's not forget, William recently pointed out to the media that it's been a brutal year for him. And as he also pointed out, which wasn't reported, he knows everybody goes through the same thing. And now he has a deeper respect for everybody who's trying to balance all the sort of things as life goes on with what happens when somebody gets so badly affected by ill health in the family. But as you know, William didn't just have Catherine, his wife, to look after, but also His Majesty the King. And I know they have wonderful health care. I'm talking about a personal level. It still takes it out of you, right? So the reason being, according to a source, was simply this. Very interesting, this, in fact, because Catherine, obviously, you know, very, very nervous. And people might say, oh, don't be ridiculous, you know. But what you have to remember is when you've been out of action for a while, doesn't matter who you are, when you step out, you know everything is going to be scrutinized, from your hair, your makeup, the shoes, any jewelry you're wearing, how you're standing, you know, can you do it, all that sort of stuff. And there was William really just trying to offer some bold support. Normally not the sort of thing you would have seen on a big royal event. But I applaud her for that. And what I find fascinating is you find out a little bit more, of course, about Catherine and the behind the scenes. And I can tell you and share more of that in the future. Can't explain how I know this right now, but I will be able to soon. What's interesting about this particular story is this, that Catherine also has taken the time out to educate her three children on, of course, her mother-in-law, Diana, the Princess of Wales. And apparently this has been just something that they did over the summer to sort of present positive images about the good works that Diana had done. And this is, of course, mainly to Prince George, but her daughter, Princess Charlotte, too. And when you think about it, I like that sort of imagery of Catherine telling the real story from her perspective, because remember, she never met Diana. You know, she only has the stories that are told to her from her husband, William. And really what's happened with all of this is that this has brought William and Catherine even closer and tighter together, not only as a family, as a couple, but as a working unit in royalty too. And, you know, they always say, don't they, there's some good things out of bad things. I would definitely say that this is the good thing out of what's been a terrible year so far for Catherine. And apparently she got quite emotional because at this point last year, this was the point when things started to go, shall we say, a little bit concerning, a little bit worrying. And she knew at this point that there were certain things that she'd have to do. So when you think about it, if people have been very critical about what she did and how she looked and what she was doing, always look at the other bigger picture. It's not as easy as you think. And with the world's media looking at you, it must be tough. Everyone else surely must agree on that. Let's, as ever, just wish the King and Catherine and Fergie and anybody else in the world going through this terrible illness all the very best, and God bless. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.